Hey Hina, it's time for a road trip.
Yay! My bag, please. It's time for
Cross country road trip!
So it's day one. We left Jersey City and our next pit stop is going to be the Pennsylvania Visitor Center. We're going to be traveling for around 8 days, crossing 10 states, over 10 states, and we'll try not to exert ourselves. That's the one most important tip we got. Can you tell us a little about how you started building this amazing place?
Well, I started back in the late 60s, and I started selling parts and buying out Harley dealers. I bought out 28 Harley dealers through my time, and then I couldn't sell all those parts out of my shop, so I started a mail order business, and it's just been growing ever since.
Ever since. This place is so cool. Thank you. Having our first day's lunch at India Pavilion. Some Indian food. Denny's! Day 2 of the trip. So we're traveling to Chicago from Cleveland today after having this amazing breakfast at Denny's. Hopefully we get to have like a few pit stops on the way for lunch. If not, we're hoping to have the famous deep dish pizza in Chicago. Also known as Land of the Indians and Crossroads of America, because a lot of interstate highways cross through Indiana. This is our state number 3 and we're now en route to Chicago and Illinois. Alright, time to raid the snack pan. Our friend gave us some special shot. My favorite, every Gujarati would know. These are fox nuts. One of my favorite snacks from Trader Joe's. Few more travel tips we'd like to share are: we got our own reusable coffee containers. We're also carrying reusable water bottles. This is by far the coolest Apple store I've ever seen. Hi! got to try Chicago's famous deep dish pizza. This slice is from Picard's Pizzeria. It wasn't a slice, it was actually a medium 12-inch pizza. And oh my gosh, I've never ever had such a loaded pizza in my life before. This is just so good. We literally gobbled it down. Day 4. We're leaving Chicago, Illinois to reach Worthington, Minnesota. It's gonna be somewhat of a long drive, like 7 hours. Starting our day with a nice, healthy breakfast at Richard Walker's. And we decided to take a pit stop at this cute little restaurant. It's in Wisconsin. It's already snowing. Don't you want your jacket? Okay. We reached state number 6, Minnesota. Behind me you can see the Mississippi River, which is around 2,300 miles long, out of which 660 miles are part of Minnesota. Carbon offsetting. So this is a certificate we got from carbonfootprint.com. How does carbon offsetting work? Basically, on carbonfootprint.com we were able to calculate the amount of carbon our vehicle would emit over the entire duration of the journey, and it is around 2.1 tons of carbon emission. So in order to offset that much amount, we were able to fund into projects that support renewable energy sources. Badlands National Park in South Dakota, where we headed over to Mount Rushmore, but since all of the restaurants were closed there, we headed back to Rapid City, and here we are at this restaurant called Kathmandu Bistro. It sounds really yummy, and we're excited to try the food now. We reached Mount Rushmore, but there's zero visibility. Wyoming. We're having lunch at this Mexican place called La Familia Prado. And this looks delicious. Sustainable travel tip number 2. We try to carry all of our toiletries in reusable containers. Like you can see, this is a charcoal face soap, some facial scrub from Trader Joe's. This is the shampoo bar, body wash. And we're not using any of the hotel toiletries.
We're leaving from Fort Collins, and look at the amount of ash and soot that's deposited on the car. It's from the nearby forest fires. We reached Reno, Nevada, the last leg of the journey.